All right, I think we are live. And so let me be the first to welcome everyone tonight to our 2021 virtual Kindergarten Roundup to officially welcome the class of 2034 to Lakeshore Public Schools. We are so thrilled to have you here. Boy, I wish we were all together right now. I just can't tell you. But I hope you can feel the energy and excitement that we have for you. We're ready to meet you and we're ready to welcome you into this loving family that we call Lakeshore Public Schools. My name is Joe DePonio. I'm the superintendent of schools for Lakeshore. And with me tonight, I have some incredible people that I'm anxious to introduce. But before I do, I just want to let you know, moms and dads, whether this is your first child going into kindergarten, or if you're a veteran of this experience of having your kids go to school, that we take what we do so very, very serious. We are so passionate about the development of children and the care and kindness and love of children. And I hope that you will see that from day one until they walk across the stage and graduate from Lakeshore Public Schools, that your child's well-being and development is personal to us. I'm a father of three myself, and I remember it like it was yesterday. And of course, they're older kids now, but I remember it like it was yesterday, the first days that they had in school and their kindergarten teachers, and just what a huge impact they had. And with that, it's a great segue to introduce some of the people that will have such a huge part in your child's life. And so before that, we've got a chat feature on the side of this broadcast, so feel free to type in any questions that you might have. We'll try and address those as we go along. And then, of course, at the end, we'll stick around and answer every question that you might have. And then we've also set up an email address that we'll share with you before the end of tonight so that you can email anything that you wanted to discuss with us. So with that, let me just kind of go through the who's here with us. We have Mr. Matt Baranka, who is the principal at Masonic Heights Elementary. We have Mrs. Cindy Sam, who is the principal at Rogers Elementary. One of our wonderful kindergarten teachers over at Rogers Elementary is Suzanne Reed. There's Suzanne. We have Miss Susie Dodlin, who is one of our remarkable teachers over at Masonic Heights Elementary. Christine Cowling, who's one of our wonderful elementary teachers over at Violet. We have Miss Shannon Kettlehut, who oversees the registration and a lot of special projects. And you might have seen her running around in your front yard today if you have a yard sign that's been dropped off. And if you didn't, please let us know and we'll make sure that we get some goodies out to you here soon. And then finally, the Director of Food Services joined us tonight. That's Miss Tina Morris. She's in the picture there. And so these are the people that you really want to hear from. So with that, I'm going to pass this off to Mr. Baranka, and Matt, go ahead and take it away and introduce your team.
Thank you, Dr. DePonio. I'm so excited to be here tonight, and I'm really excited to extend an extra special welcome to those future Masonic Heights Tigers. You know who you are. You are special, and we can't wait to see you this fall as part of our kindergarten class. Who are we presenting to you tonight? We want to make sure that you understand the faces of kindergarten here at Masonic Heights. In alphabetical order, Mrs. Boren, Mrs. Dodlin, and Mrs. Hoover. We are proud of our team. We think that they are, at least top three, and we're very proud of that as well. So we want to go ahead and talk something that is specific to our district, and that is how we meet the social and emotional needs of our students. What does that mean? Well, social would be how our students get along with each other and how they get along with the staff members in the building. And then obviously their emotional is how they handle and regulate their emotions. We have a short video to show you. Go ahead and take a look, and then we will talk more about it at the end.
Here at Lakeshore Public Schools, we provide a social worker in every building. This allows us to provide services to all students, run programs like the Positivity Project, push into the classroom, run groups, and really get to know our students and families. We promote social emotional well-being of our students by offering recess every day, assemblies throughout the school year, and after-school programs like Run Club, Game Club, and Garden Club.
So in kindergarten, social emotional learning is very important to us. So we start every day with a morning meeting where we sing every child's name, we say hello, and then 5 people get to share about whatever they want. It's just time for them to talk about themselves or their families, and we all listen and learn about each other. We also do a star student every, it depends on the room, but every day in our room. And we build a classroom community that makes everyone happy to come to school, and we make really good friends.
As you can see, just really focusing on the fact that we want our kids to enjoy coming to school every day. We want them to feel loved when they come to school. We want them to cherish their friendships. We want them to make friendships that are going to last them throughout their entire time at Lakeshore in our system. Some of the things that we talked about in that video right there is the Positivity Project. We kind of hang our hat on our connection to that framework there. We talk about character strengths like humor and teamwork. We talk about integrity. We host assemblies that always tie back into those characteristics. And we also get out into the community. You might have even seen on our social media channels this week that we celebrated Earth Day district-wide by getting our kids out into the community to go ahead and help clean up some of the local parks. You want to talk about character building? Check out some kindergarten students carrying some rakes around to clean up for the springtime. That is social emotional wellness and health. At this time, that's all I got for social and emotional and how we go ahead and try to address it. And I want to go ahead and introduce my colleague over at Rogers Elementary, Mrs. Sam.
Thank you, Mr. Baranka. And as you heard Mr. Baranka mention, the social emotional aspect of what we do is intertwined throughout our whole presentation. Lakeshore's greatest asset is definitely our staff. Our current kindergarten staff at Rogers includes Mrs. Julie Pillars, Mrs. Suzanne Reed, who is here with us this evening, and Mrs. Tish Sheets, who have combined total of 67 years experience. We are lucky to call them Shoreans. For today's presentation, we focused on the day in the life of a kindergartner. What is a typical day like for a kindergartner? Well, every day is a little different, but we do have some commonalities. We start and end every day with a positive message to ensure our students feel connected and comfortable and as a part of our school community. To do this, we spend a lot of time in the beginning of the school year, especially getting to know each other, building those positive relationships, and teaching procedures and expectations so they know how to be a positive and productive member of our school community. As you'll see in the following video, a typical day is balanced. It includes a variety of teaching methods and activities to ensure all of our students receive what they need to be successful both academically and socially.
Hello, welcome to the best year of school. Kindergarten is a year of so much growth and even more fun. We learn so much in a variety of ways. We learn through music, games, manipulatives, dance and movement, and the traditional paper and pencil. We will learn to read, write sentences, solve problems, both academically and socially, add and subtract, and gain a huge sense of numbers.
Kindergartners work in whole group settings with some guidance from the teacher. This allows them to have interaction as the lesson is going on. Small group settings with more intensive instruction happens with a teacher and a few students at a time. Small group settings, like centers, gives them important independent practice time. It also allows us to give children more individualized attention as they meet with us in small groups. Recess is such an important part of our day because it serves as a necessary break from the rigors of the concentrated academic challenges in our classroom. It gives students an opportunity to interact with others, learn how to problem solve, and meet their social, emotional, and physical needs that they have throughout the day. The gross motor skills that they practice is very important in their long-term development.
Ask any fifth grader when they leave to go to middle school what they remember most about kindergarten, and it usually responds with something like making friends, going out for recess, or playing in gym. Little did they know that they learned a lot. They learned how to read, write, problem solve along the way. I also have the distinct privilege to introduce our Violet staff. As I said earlier, our staff is the reason Lakeshore is a great place to learn and grow. I am proud to present the principal of Violet Elementary, Miss Joan Grassi, who's very disappointed that she couldn't join us this evening. Along with that, we have Mrs. Christine Colling, who's with us tonight, Mrs. Julie Frank, and Mrs. Jennifer Perkins Rose. The Violet staff put together a great presentation regarding our specials classes. Lakeshore students receive a well-rounded education both in and out of the classroom. We often brag about our specialist classes because they are highly engaging and introduce our students to activities and topics they don't always have the opportunity to experience outside of school. This next video will introduce you to our specialist classes with two of our brightest and best specialist teachers, Mrs. Pecoraro and Mrs. Ruger-West.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Pecoraro, and this is Miss Rieger-West, and we are two of the special area teachers from the elementary buildings at Lakeshore Public Schools. We are here today to tell you about the exciting opportunities that your kindergartner will experience in the special area classrooms.
We offer music, art, physical education, and STEAM on a rotating basis for all the elementary students. Kindergarten students participate in special area activities such as roller skating, drawing and painting, tumbling, gymnastics, building, designing, singing and dancing, playing musical instruments, just to name a few.
The experiences that your child will have at Lakeshore are superior from start to finish with a highly qualified, exceptional staff. We look forward to meeting you and your kindergartner for the 2021-2022 school year.
Don't say anything to the kindergarten teachers, but usually the specialist teachers are some of the most popular teachers in the school. I wish I had a rock wall when I went to elementary school. That's an awesome one. Next, we have Mrs. Kettlehut, who is here to speak about enrollment.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lakeshore Public Schools. I am so excited to talk to you tonight and just to welcome you here. Where are all my kindergarten students? Raise your hands. Are you so excited to be here tonight? I hope you're enjoying your snacks that I dropped off to you today. And if you're not, grab a snack and enjoy it while I talk to your parents about a little bit of paperwork that we need to do in order for you to come and be here at Lakeshore Public Schools with us. Okay. A couple things you need to know, parents. Open enrollment is now through September 10th. That is the last day for open enrollment. Next, you need to know about resident and schools of choice enrollment. Resident enrollment is for people who live within the boundaries of Lakeshore Public Schools, and schools of choice enrollment is for those people who do not live within our boundaries but live within Macomb County. Next slide, please. Our number one question I want to address first is people are asking, when will I know if I have been accepted, or when will I know about my application? We are getting applications that are rolling in to come to Lakeshore Public Schools, and that is so exciting. So it is taking a little bit of time, but you will know as soon as possible. The most important thing that you can do to ensure that your application goes smoothly is to have these things that are on the screen right now. That's your birth certificate for your student, 3 proofs of residency, the vaccination records, and vision and hearing screening results. All that information in will help speed up the process and get things rolling for your student's application or enrollment. I'm going to go through this little presentation here on how to fill out a proper enrollment, and then we'll move on from there. Welcome to Lakeshore Public Schools enrollment. Your first steps to becoming a Shorean. We're here at lakeshoreschools.org. Go to enrollment and enroll. As you'll note in the directions here, resident enrollment forms are color-coded in red, and schools of choice forms are those in red and in blue. Let's begin here at the enrollment form. For your convenience, our enrollment forms are electronic. Click on Go to Form. We'll begin here at the top of the form, and you'll note, am I a resident or am I a non-resident of Lakeshore Public Schools? This is the Schools of Choice area. You'll click here and you'll note your current resident school district where you live. Please note that in this box. Also of important information, the boxes that are in red are required information.
If you go to click on the form to submit and it will not let you submit, it's probably because you have forgotten to fill in one of these boxes. As you scroll through this form and you're completing it, this is the student information area. Household information. Does the student have any siblings that attend Lakeshore Public Schools? If yes, which building do they attend school? Guardian information. If you are a non-resident, what most influenced your decision to come to Lakeshore Public Schools? Here, you're going to want to read over the policy information for both residents and non-residents. And you're going to be asked to click to sign, and it indicates that you have signed the form. The date will populate for you. When you reach this area, you have not finished with the form. You're going to want to continue to scroll to the bottom because you still need to attach the documentation for your enrollment form. This is internal office use for the form. But here is where you are going to find the information regarding those documents that are important to upload for your enrollment application. Birth certificate, 3 proofs of residency, and immunization records for your student. This box here is provided if you have any comments or information that you'd like us to know regarding the documents that you're providing, or information relative to your child or your student. If you have an inability to provide one of the documents, let's use immunization records for an example. If you have an appointment for your student and you are going to be submitting that at a later date, you could mark that in this area. If you're having difficulty uploading the documents or you'd like assistance, here's the contact information and an email for you to reach out for assistance. And finally, down here at the bottom corner is where you are going to upload that information and you're going to add the attachments. Click on Choose File. I recommend that you save the information to your desktop so that it's easy to locate. And I also recommend that you save the information in this format. Your student's first name, your student's last name, and then what the document is. Birth certificate, residency, immunization records. And I'll show you why. Double click on that information and it pops up here at the bottom. So the reason I asked that you indicate what it is, it helps you to know what you've uploaded as you're scrolling along. You're going to keep repeating that each time you go for each information piece. And once you have finished with that, you're going to click on Submit and you are complete.
Okay, boring stuff over, but it is important information. So here we are talking about our social media. It's really important for you to like and follow us on all of our social media channels. Lakeshore Public Schools has a lot of people working behind the scenes to keep you informed and sharing all of the wonderful things that are going on here. You're going to want to know about it and you're going to want to be a part of it. So make sure that you do that at my LSPS at every one of those things. And on a personal note for me, for a mom of five Lakeshore graduates from kindergarten all the way through, I want to let you know that you're going to want to enjoy every single moment while you're here. And if I have calculated right, in exactly 675 weeks, I get to replace your lawn sign with a Lakeshore graduate sign. Don't blink. And now we're going to send it over to Susie Dodlin.
Hi, welcome families and kindergartners. We're so happy to have you. Here is a suggested kindergarten supply list. It includes crayons, markers, glue, Play-Doh, dry erase markers, pencils, Clorox wipes, scissors, headphones, lunchbox, and a pencil box. And one of the most important, your child's first backpack, first school backpack. And again, this is a suggested list. It's not mandatory. And many of these supplies can be found at your local dollar store. We will have this supply list on our website all summer for you, so you can refer to it. And with that, I will turn it over to Christine Colleen, and she is going to share with you ways to get your child ready for kindergarten.
Hi, kindergartners and families. We're so excited you're here. So on this slide, we have 12 things to do at home to get ready for kindergarten. 12 things at home that you can do this summer. The top of the list for all of us is to read to your child. I know your child loves to listen to you read stories, and you can cover so many of these items that are on this to-do list. If you're reading, you can read books about numbers and letters and colors and shapes. So please, we encourage you to visit your local library and check out those great books and read to your child every day. It's truly the best thing you can do to get your child ready for kindergarten. But you know, we do have some other tips as well. So another thing that we wanted to ask you to do is to talk really positively about kindergarten with your child. I know some of you will be sad, and you want to save any worries you have for your grown-up conversations and save all your positivity and sunshine for your kindergartner. You might even want to share some of your favorite memories from school to get really excited about attending school. It'll be an amazing experience for your little one. One thing that we really promote at Lakeshore is confidence and independence. So with that, we would love it if you could help your child with some of these self-help skills. And what do I mean by that? I mean zipping and tying, snapping, after using the restroom, making sure your child can pull up their own pants and snap it. I know it's going to be summer soon, but you still want to practice having your child put their own coat on and off, zip it up, because there's a lot of kids with us. And of course, we're always there to help your child, but the more that your child can do independently, the more confident your child will feel and the better off they'll be in the long run. The other thing that you could practice also is during snacks, maybe opening up their own snacks, taking the wrappers off the straws. Again, the more confidence you can help to build in your child, the better. So we are so excited that you are coming to school. We can't wait to see you. The other thing we have, thank you for that reminder, is each one of our teachers recorded a special message for you, a little tip of something that you can do to help your kindergartner get ready for school. So we hope you enjoy that. And again, we can't wait to see you. Thank you. Oh, and with that, I'm moving on to Mrs. Suzanne Reed.
Hello, families. Hello, kindergartners. I'm glad you could make it tonight. I wanted to touch base with you and let you know that we are very fortunate and that Lakeshore offers a one-to-one device. So your kindergartner will be receiving a Chromebook, and it has a touch screen, it has a keyboard, it comes with a hard protective cover, and we do offer insurance. If you want it at the beginning of the year, you'll get some information on that. These have been such a blessing during COVID. We use 2 different learning management systems. We use Schoology, and we also use Seesaw, where the kids receive assignments, and we get to communicate with them. They can see pictures of projects that their friends did in class. It's really, really nice. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see some recommended websites, and you'll be receiving that along with the charger, and I think that the kids are really going to love it. With that, I'm going to pass it on to Cindy Sam.
Hi. Lakeshore offers lots of services, one of them being busing. Our kindergarten through 5th grade residents who live more than 1.5 miles away from an elementary school that need to cross a major road to get to school safely will have the opportunity to take a bus. Currently, Masonic Heights and Rogers offer busing to kindergarten through 5th grade. Pickup and drop-off locations are listed on our website, and a paper copy of the schedule will go home before school starts in September because it is never the same year to year. To ensure all of our kindergartners get where they need to be, we have parents fill out this bus tag. It's yellow, it's obviously, it's very sturdy and has a hole on it for a safety pin. This lets the bus driver know important information about you and what's necessary for a safe drop-off. Another important service we offer our students is before and after school childcare. And here to discuss that is Mr. Baranka.
Mrs. Sam hit it right on the head. We do offer a lot of services to our families. We really try to be that village when they say that it takes a village to raise a child. And we know that sometimes we can offer the service to help enrich your child's life before school because you need that, or after school because it's very convenient and it helps your family out. We offer school-age childcare, and that'll be available to all students in elementary school next fall, with more information coming this summer. So that will be kind of some homework for you out there, families, is to keep your eyes open for communications from the district or from the principals related to and regarding school-age childcare. Before I move on to my next slide, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Ben and Carissa, who are both future Masonic Heights Tigers, and they're active in the YouTube chat right now, and I promised them that I would shout them out. So we can't wait to see you this fall, Ben and Carissa. Parents, keep your eyes open because we will be calling, emailing, looking to schedule building tours and have some kindergarten orientations with you this spring before everyone heads off to enjoy their summers. We will go ahead and we will be giving you that information. So keep an eye out. We can get a hold of you based on your signups for tonight's event. If you registered or pre-registered to watch, we already have your information, or this might be the perfect idea and time to go back and refer to Mrs. Kettlehut's presentation and enroll your child, because we'll also be communicating with families who have done that. In summary, we can sit up here all we want and try to tell you about the kindergarten experience, but let's go right to the kindergarten students, find out what they think is most important about the time that they spend in kindergarten.
What I learned in school is counting by tens. What I like about school is going outside and running. Going outside and playing on the playground. What I like about kindergarten is that I get to play with my friends. I'm making crafts and doing videos. I like mostly reading and math. What I like about school is playing outside and playing with my friends. Doing hard work. To play with my friends. Playing with my friends. Making new friends. I like playing with my friends. What I learned in kindergarten is counting by tens.
Friends. A lot of friendships established in kindergarten in our schools. Now, go ahead and start to wrap us up. Once again, Superintendent of Lakeshore Public Schools, Dr. DePonio.
Thank you, everybody. Hearing from you guys makes me want to go back and be a kindergarten student all over again. And if I can't wish that to happen, boy, I wish my kids could go back through and be a part of your classrooms. I just get so excited to hear this. Of course, questions after today. You can call us anytime. You can certainly reach out to us if we need to sit down and talk about whatever your needs are. Please don't hesitate to let us know. A great way to reach us is that email address that you're going to see here, which is kindergarten, actually KDG 2021 at lsps.org. KDG 2021 at lsps.org. Learning is a very personal experience. And our goal is to always, always, always tailor your child's learning needs and tailor our instruction to what their learning needs are. No request is too big. No ask is too trivial. Learning can be tough at times, but it can also be such a great, great experience. And as I started out, I said, that our goal is to have your child love every day. And just recently, we got into a whole discussion about post-pandemic and after all of this stuff that we've been experiencing. And to me, the class of 2034 is hope. It is a hopeful future for not only getting back to the tradition and experience and all of the greatness that has always been a part of Lakeshore Public Schools, but an opportunity to really reinvent what learning could look like after we've gone through this challenging experience. I'm proud of what our kids have done this year. I'm proud of what our teachers have done, or what our families have done. It's a wonderful community to be a part of. And as we look at success, we measure success in smiles and laughter. And the more your child is smiling, and the more that they're laughing, and the more that our staff is smiling and laughing, boy, I'll tell you, all of the academic progress takes care of itself. For learning myself, the teachers that I loved at the end of the day, that I could start crying thinking about right now, that I truly loved, are the ones that I learned the most from. And that's what your child is about to be a part of. They're gonna be taught by some of the greatest people that education can offer, and they will remember their names for years and years and years to come. And so I want to thank you for being a part of this evening. I look forward to the moment that all of the class of 2034 comes together, we get to hug each other, and we get to run around and have some fun. And I know we're not far away from that moment. So thank you again. And I just can't thank you enough for being a part of Lakeshore Public Schools. And I wish your child and your family the absolute best as they work through this. And so with that, are there any questions that we haven't addressed, or anything we need to take care of there, Ms. Kettlehut?
The only question that I see was addressing SAC for next year. What will SAC look like for next year? Just the same, or sending it to you?
All right. So our school-age child care program is, of course, it's created to assist families that might have needs before school and after school. And so our goal is for that to resemble as it has in previous years, and our principals might want to hop in and kind of talk about specific building hours and what that looks like. But having a vibrant program before and after school, so that the kids, again, we measure success in smiles and laughter, and that the start of their school day, whether it's at 8 o'clock or 8:30 or 6:30, that they're off to a great start. And of course, the time after school is great time well spent. But Ms. Sam, Mr. Bronca, anything to add there, Ms. Sam?
Yep. So typically SAC will start as early as 6 a.m. and it goes until 6 p.m. So before, the students start school, they can be dropped off and picked up as late as 6 o'clock after school. That's a typical year. This year, we provided SAC on a supply and demand basis. If there was a demand, we provided SAC as much as we could to our students. And I suspect that next year we'll have a higher need and more staff available to do that. So I think the question was about, will it be affected by COVID, if I'm not mistaken. And again, we have all the right protocols in place to handle students in and out of the building. So we are running SAC right now at Rogers, and it's running very well. The students are happy, and they're playing with each other, and they're doing it safely. So we will have SAC. I'm not sure about the hours and details yet. So that's why Mr. Bronca said, stay tuned. We will get that to you.
All right. Other questions?
We have another question. Will school be 5 days a week, or will there be a remaining one virtual
So our goal for the fall is that we are back 5 days a week. Our hope moving forward is that we can get back to normal as quickly as possible. Aside from that, of course, we really need to look for. I guess there's some variables that are beyond Lakeshore's control, but our goal is for a full return to learning as it looked like prior to this whole pandemic that we've worked through. And hello to Connor out there. I saw Connor dropped his name there. Other questions?
I'm not seeing any further questions right now.
I see one on there if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What time does school start and end? So at Masonic,
there we go.
on a slightly earlier schedule than Rogers and Violet. We start here at 7:55 at Masonic Heights, and we dismiss at 3:10 in a standard school year. This year we get out a little bit earlier, but we anticipate being back at a 3:10 dismissal next this coming fall. And how about at Rogers and Violet, Mrs. Sam?
So the first bell rings at 8:10 and the second bell rings at about 8:15, and it gets out at 3:24.
Of course, I would encourage all of our families to really take a look at our that happened to me with the waving, the light going off. Check out our website. There's so much information on there, and of course, Mr. Bronca mentioned, Mrs. Kettlehut mentioned about social media. Get on there. You're going to find all of the first bit of information. When we get to next winter, the first notification of snow days always comes from my Twitter account. So at Dr. DePonio, if you want to follow me, selfless plug for Twitter followers. I did see someone asked about summer camp, or they threw some summer camp questions out there. We are going to have a vibrant offering of summer camp opportunities for our families, all free of charge. And that will be posted to our website here in the coming weeks. So please check back to our websites. And of course, we have your contact information, so we'll push information out to you as well. That was at Dr. DePonio, at Dr. DePonio. All right, sorry. Ms. Kettlehut, anything else on there?
Can I throw something out there real quick? So that what Dr. DePonio just said about having your information, we are using anything that you put in the enrollment or registering for tonight, those email addresses. We're using that bank of email addresses to push out our information. So if you're out there and you have not done any of this information yet, please do so, because that's how we're going to be sharing.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, the whole time?
I had it off.
No,
it was me. I had it off. I'm so sorry.
Right.
Questions regarding making requests for specific teachers.
We always want our students to end up in a classroom where they're going to succeed, where they're going to fit in, where that culture is going to speak to them, where their personalities align as much as we can with the teachers and the climate of the classroom. We actually do have environmental request forms, if that's something that you're interested in getting on file, where you can request a certain kind of environment. For example, some teachers might be more apt to sing in class, and some kids really gravitate to that. Some kids are maybe a little more introverted, and that really wouldn't speak to their soul. And those are the types of things that you can kind of go ahead and designate on your form. But I also want to say hi, Sophie Corby, who's a future Masonic Heights student.
And I'll follow that up with hi, Viviana. Viviana's out there. Nice to have you with us tonight.
Next question is regarding field trips. Will there be field trips next year?
I would be happy to answer this. And Grace, if this was your question, then I'll answer it to you. If it wasn't, then this is for everybody. Yeah, we expect to have field trips. We expect to get back to that full experience as safely and as quickly as possible. We're hopeful for that, and that's what our goal will be And of course, being safe all the way.
I don't see any further questions.
Okay. All right. Well, teachers, anything else?
I don't think so. I saw one question in the chat that said, what does writing your name the school way mean? And I don't know if it was addressed, so I will address it. Writing your name the school way is a capital letter just for the first letter of your first name, and then the rest lowercase. So that's all.
Yeah.
I ignored that question because I had no idea what that meant. Thank you. Learn something new every day. Mrs. Reed, you had something?
I was just going to say, looking forward to seeing and meeting everyone.
All right.
And
All right.
say the same. We're looking forward to next year. It's going to be wonderful. And like Dr. DePonio said, no question is too trivial. We're here for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, Mr. Brock, anything else?
Yes, Brooke. I see you out there in YouTube land. No, what I would actually like to say is that I cannot wait for the fall to be able to meet our new kindergarten class. I'm so pumped. It's always sad to see our 5th grade class move on, but then we become reinvigorated and rejuvenated by seeing the new faces as they come in for kindergarten.
Mrs. Sam?
Oh, I can't wait to meet them. I've already met a few of them out on the playground and here in their drop off and pick up with their siblings. So seeing some returning faces is always nice, but the brand new ones are always wonderful to meet as well. So welcome to Lakeshore, and for those Rockets out there, welcome to Rogers. I appreciate all of the questions, so please bring them on. And I'm going to start building tours in a couple weeks, so I look forward to those appointments.
All right. Mrs. Kettlehut, any last words?
Looking forward to seeing you all. Hope that you didn't have too much sugar. Enjoy your snacks.
All right. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, thank you everybody for your time tonight. And again, welcome to Lakeshore Public Schools. And we wish you absolutely all the best. And we can't wait to meet in person and join you on the beginning of this journey until you walk across the stage and get your high school diploma. With that, we will sign off. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and welcome to the class of 2034.
I guess we're done.